Guys, welcome to my channel, another episode of Daily Living with Dawn. Today we're going to be talking about African parents. You know, as an African child, there are basic things that our parents, being typical African parents as they are, would always do. Let me give you this example. The first time when you go to school and you come back with a grade lower than what they expect, because they expect you to come out top of your class, like get an A, come first in your class, and then you come back with maybe a third position or 10th position, God forbid, or come last. When they see a result and they ask you, okay, so who had first, and you mention the child's name, and then they ask you, how many heads does the person have? I mean, my dad must have made that comment at some point, and back then it was really annoying, but then he's being African. The second point is, when you're in a relationship, when you get to your teens and you know you're dating someone, and even though your parents constantly see that person at home and you know they know that you're in a relationship, because you're not up to the age of marriage, they refer to that person as a friend. Whether it's a guy or a girl, they always say, how is your friend? And you know, they say it in such demeaning tone that you wonder, he's my boyfriend or she's my girlfriend, but you know, you keep hearing, how is your friend? Secondly, or thirdly, sex is never a conversation you have in your home. Why? Because it's simply not heard of. Why would you want to discuss sex in your parents' house? The thing is, the only time your parents would discuss sex with you is, one, at puberty. The second one is when you're getting ready to leave the house, like when you're going to school or university or secondary school, and then you hear your parents say, if you get pregnant, you have finished this house, don't embarrass our family. If you get pregnant, you just die, or something, or you hear, if you get pregnant, I'll kill you. You know, threats like that come. Then the third time, or one of the other times you might hear about sex from your parents, is when they feel that you're being disobedient or you're being unruly, you're not being the child they have trained up, and you know, they tell you, I hope you're not having sex, or I hope you're not doing anything funny, or you hear like, get any girl pregnant, you will die, or let me hear you say that you're pregnant, you better know what you're doing, or don't allow your boy to touch you, and then you know you're in trouble. So sex is never a conversation you bring up. Then our parents believe that old-fashioned training is the best training. What do I mean? Spare the rod and spoil the child. If you're an African child, then you know you must have been beaten a million times. Not just beaten, from beating that they hit you with your sandals, or they hit you with the slippers, or they hit you with a cane. You know, anything that comes to your parents' hand, you get that beaten with it. You know, maybe they throw it at you, and the amazing thing is that their aiming is always perfect. So they will aim it right at your head, and you will receive that. Another thing about being an African child is, if for example you bring your friends to the house, and let's say your friend hasn't seen your mom walk into the parlor or your father walk into the living room, and so maybe in your conversation they didn't see your parents coming, so you know, greeting is delayed a bit. That friendship is over, because when they leave, your parents will tell you that this is why you follow all these children that have not been trained properly. Why will you be following them? Tomorrow now you will not greet. You know, they shout at you. So the best thing is that your friends would always be on alert to greet your parents, and then when they greet, they can't say, good afternoon ma, you know, in a low voice. I have to shout. It's like, good afternoon ma. If it's your friends that refer to your mom or your dad as father or mother, you know, say good afternoon daddy or good afternoon mommy, you know, but it has to be loud, and it has to be the first thing they hear as soon as they walk into the door. Sometimes even before they walk into the door, the greeting has already started, just to avoid you losing your friend. Another thing about growing up in an African home, which is remarkably funny, is that when your parents shout at you, you're not allowed to express anger. When they finish shouting at you, you're supposed to say thank you mommy or thank you daddy. The moment you're so angry and you walk away and slam the door, oh my god, beating is coming your way. If for example you curse in front of them, you're in trouble, you're dead that day. Or you talk back at them during an argument when they're shouting at you. The thing is, when they're shouting at you, they'll ask you, explain what happened, and then you mistakenly open your mouth to explain. it doesn't matter that it's an explanation. It is you being rude. You are talking back at them. So that is extra beating for you. Now, if you've grown up in the age where, like I grew up in the age where, you know, having a cell phone is very important. You have your own personal phone, not the landline anymore, but you have your own phone. And then you're constantly on your phone. You're constantly texting or, you know, doing whatever. Parents hate it. Parents really, really hate it. My mom refers to it as phone disease. In Igbo, she says Oria phone. That means phone disease. So she's going to tell you, so you two, you have joined them. Because she hates to see us like this on our phone 24/7. But they don't understand that's basically the way we communicate to everybody in the world anymore. So they are all angry. But if, for instance, that you go home and then, you know, you keep your phone aside, you know, try to spend time, your mother will ask you, so this one I've not seen you carry your phone. Do you think you have a need for it? You use your phone, problem. You don't use your phone, you still have a problem. So you can never really satisfy your African parents. Now, the last that I'm going to leave you with is that your home is free for all. No, that's not the last one. I have another point that's very important. I just remembered. Your home is free for all. You have relations coming, tripping in and out of your house. They always come, they stay a week, some stay 1 month, 1 year, you know, they just come and live with you. The thing is that these days we expect people to give us permission before they come to the house, but you just see a relation show up on your doorstep and your parents embraces the person and say, okay, welcome, and then they just stay and live with you. That's what being an African child is all about. You accommodate and you take everybody as they come because your home is open to everybody, especially when it comes to feeding. The visitor always gets the greater part of the food because, you know, the parents say, you don't know which angel you're feeding. Who is an angel? The person is just hungry and you want us to share the food. But being African gives you the room to accept and embrace everybody the way they are. Now, the final point is when it comes to religion or church or mosques or whatever, you don't have a say. You're not given the option of, I want to go to church, I want to go to the mosque or whatever. You don't have that option. It is a must, all in capital letter. You have to go. And to make it worse, if you have parents that believe that you need to be part of a group or a church activity or something, you have no option than to join a group that they think that best works for you. So being an African child gives you the ability to have no choice. But at the end of the day, your parents are just basically trying to make your life better. They give you the tough time in order to make your life outside your home comfortable. They give you that courage you need. They give you that push. They bully you and they do all those things. But at the end of the day, you see, as an African child, when you step out the comfort of your home, you're ready to take on the world. So until next time, do not forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment. I also want to know some of the things you've experienced as an African child, as I've given you some things I experienced being an African child. Do not also forget to follow me on all social media platforms because I want to interact with you. Until next time, be good. Thank you.